Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our Viking Conquest Battle for Britannia Let's Play. So, in the last episode, we were fighting a war up in Wales, where we successfully took our enemy's city here, so we've effectively defeated them. Between episodes, the king tried to attack the city by himself, and I captured him. So, the war is over, the faction's destroyed, and the king is actually our prisoner now. I've gone ahead and I've sold off most of our inventory and bought some food. I've also sold off all of our prisoners, and I've headed back to the capital, where we've got some work to do today. We have a lot of money, as you can see here. We have almost 45,000 gold, and we're pretty well stocked on food and stuff, so we've got plenty of supplies. I've also found my arrows, finally. So, they are bent, but for now they're going to have to do. Next time we're in a siege, I am going to run the bow, and we'll see how I can do. I'm pretty decent with a bow in Warband, if, like, the Gekukujo playthrough is any indication. But our character in this playthrough is not, spec'd for it as well as that character was, so we'll see. Anyway, we're hoping to find some vassals here that we can recruit. And we need to decide what sort of investments we want to make with this money. We do have a farmstead in the capital, I believe, but now we have two cities with no investments where we can build, taverns or... I forget, not taverns, but you know what I mean, like ale production and things like that. So we're going to, want to spend that money, and then we should probably work on retraining our army a bit as well as other diplomatic things. Maybe we can even sail back to, or sail on over to Ireland and talk to the king over here and see if we can arrange that alliance that we had been talking about. Anywho, let's head on inside. And I'm going to visit the... No, I don't need to visit the mead hall. I've already sold all my prisoners. Unless there's some mercenaries here, then I might be interested. Just another ransom broker, watchman, they're not very good, so nothing here. Okay, then to the Lord's Hall. This looks promising. I don't recognize him or this guy, so let's start with you. You look more important with that chainmail on. So Tiern Murig Map Arthvale, okay. Greetings, my lord. You may have heard of my ill treatment at the hands of this guy, whom I don't remember. I think he might be one of the kings that we had defeated. So I'm assuming he is, because that name is familiar, but I can't place it, because they're all very, very similar. So, anywho, let's see. I would be honored to... Yeah, we must have been at war with him, because I would probably recognize him if he had his helmet on, but there's no way we could get relations that bad with somebody that we weren't at war with. So I will accept. I am a bit concerned about his opinion of me, but I can give him lands up in the north where he shouldn't be much of a problem. And we need people. Like, I need lords on my side. If he rebels, we'll put him down and we'll give the land to somebody else. But right now we need bodies, and there's no guarantee that he will. We might be able to turn it around. So I'm going to accept his pledge, and then we have Atheling Kjorl. Interesting. Do I know you? You should. You're in my castle. I will soon rule over Wessex. Interesting. Okay, so you are a pretender to the throne of Wessex. My father was the king of Kent and the current king's brother. He honored his father, Aethelwulf, unlike his next brother, I don't know why I said that weird, Aethelbald, who stole the throne and married his father's wife. Before all that, unfortunately, my father died defending the kingdom from the first invasion of the Danish under Ragnar Lothbrok 16 years ago. The incestuous Aethelbald then enjoyed the fruits of my father's sacrifice, dying in peace 9 years later. I was still considered too young to assume a throne, and my uncles Aethelbert and Aethelred ascended through the kingships of Kent and Wessex in turn. It is clear to me that my grandfather's line weakened successively after my father. Aethelred is too pious and Alfred too bookish. Together they have been unsuccessful resisting the Danish. I am more like my father. I can vigorously defend this land with your help. We will bring peace and prosperity back to our kingdom and perhaps all of Britain. I'm not going to answer that right now. I don't really have any desire to do that. Yeah, I'd better not. Maybe down the line, but right now we're not ready for that, and I don't really stand to gain anything from that either. So we got one lord though. Actually, I need to go back in there. I need to figure out first garrisoning my cities. That's kind of an issue. So I need, let's see. Can I talk to you about recruitment? Training of men. I need some men in the garrison to be trained. No. That's just going to make them better soldiers. No. So I can't, apparently I can't do what you can do in Warband, where you can just recruit patrols and then assign them to garrisons. That's the easiest way to do it, but I don't see a way of doing that here, so unfortunately I'm going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. Let's see if he's got any ideas. Nothing, huh? Right, well, that's going to be it for the time being. Let's leave. And I need to give away some land. I believe it is this castle and this farm. Because we've given away Carwent and Trefwent already, if I'm not mistaken. So that should just leave these two, because this and this are my villages that come with this city. Not that I couldn't give them away, just, you know, they're technically associated with this, and so I would be more inclined to keep them. And then we did get 2 villages. Is that a village? It looks like a village. Yeah, farming villages. So we got 2 more farming villages when we captured this city. And so I've got a lot of farming villages right now. I should probably, you know, build mills and stuff in them. But I'm not going to give them away. I'm just going to give away castles and the associated village. And that would be these. So that is Megan, Sill. See, the thing with these C's is I never know if they're S or K sounds. And they change. So I'm not sure how to pronounce a lot of these words. But we're given this way and that associated farm village. So let's go ahead and go back into the castle, and we will have our chancellor take care of that for us. Am I blocking the... there we go. Okay. Alright, I need to grant one of my vassals a fief. So, let's see, not any of those. Not any of those. Okay, so these 2. Right. This one's unassigned, so we'll go ahead and give that one away first. And let's see, he's got nothing. Ooh, he doesn't like me very much. Hopefully that changes. I mean, well, I guess we'll see how much it boosts his relation with us. Obviously, he probably liked us less before we give him the land. But we need to keep getting on his, you know, good side. He could very well be one of those lords that basically will not like you every time you give land to anybody that's not him, in which case we'll have to get rid of him eventually. But for now, let's give that little piece of land away. And then we'll give him the farm as well. So apparently it gives you plus 10 every time you do it, and he did go down 1 point, which isn't that big a deal, honestly. It looks like these guys did as well. That's interesting. So you have 1 fort, no village, so we'll give you the village. And now everybody's got 1 fort and 1 village, and that'll be it for now. Okay, we're not going to deal with you. Another thing that I would like to do today is we were working on the Elderman who holds this land here, seeing if we could get him to come over to our kingdom and abandon Wessex, in turn sort of like strengthening our eastern border here. We've also got a a Danish boat there that we might need to go deal with. So let's head on out. And I'm going to see if he's home first. If he's not, then we'll go deal with these Danes. Looks like they just sailed right up the river and landed. So we'll need to take them out, obviously. We got Danish Vikings chasing you? Where at? Maybe over there? Oh, I had them for a second. Yeah, they're inside that. Well, nobody's here. Let's go deal with these Vikings. Yeah, they're running the other way. I don't think we'll catch them. So let's destroy this first. Then they've got nowhere to go home to. Actually, what I will do is, this is sort of like a siege, a siege situation. So there's no reason to bring a lance. So give me the longbow and some arrows, and we'll try this out. Okay, let's attack the hideout. Alright, everybody follow me. Let's get this bow ready. And I don't see them quite yet. Ah, there they are. Not going to waste my arrows, though. Honestly, I don't know that they'll do a whole lot because these guys have shields and heavy armor, so we might be pretty ineffective against them. But it's worth a try. It's more effective than a lance anyway. Is there anybody in front of that cave? No. You're a terrible shot, dude. Alright. Somebody want to take out his shield? Okay, there's one. Got him. Didn't do a whole lot of damage, though. Okay, there's another one down. We'll advance toward these guys now. We need to be careful about this, though, because these Danes are pretty tough. They've got good shields, they've got good armor, and there's only a handful of us. So we obviously can't afford to lose any men carelessly. I think we'll go after... Let's go after these three first. And hopefully nobody spawns behind us. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. Oh, there's 4 of them over here. I'm such a bad shot. Better than them, though. Oh, that was a headshot. Excuse me, Clovis. You're kind of blocking my path here. Alright, time to fight. Ah. Ooh, gotcha. Got him on the backspan. Okay, you're down. Let's get after this one. Ouch. Yeah, look at you using those lances. They don't ever work that well for me. Oh, we just cut his head off. Yeah, these shields are making it difficult. Gotcha. Actually, these guys don't have very good armor. Some of them did have, chainmail on, but apparently these guys do not. Oh, that was pretty bad. I'm just trying to level up my archery skill here. Excuse me, pardon me. Eventually we'll do some damage here. There we go. He's got like 3 arrows sticking out of him. Oh, they are spawning more. That or he was just hiding in the brush. Oh god, he got dropped like right out of the gate. Okay. So it looks like they did spawn back there again. Hopefully they don't continue to spawn over here. That'll be a bit annoying, but actually, is it going to show me how many they have left? 3 enemies, okay. So hopefully there's only 10 in total. I'm going to duck some of these rocks. Oh, so close. Gotcha. Damn it. Come on, kill him. Oh, right over his head. Damn it. Here. Aha, of course I missed. Alright, get him. Alright, you're down. Hopefully last one right here. There we go. Is that it? Are we celebrating? Yes. Okay, good. Good, good, good. So we destroyed that. We hit some pretty garbage gear here, but we'll take it. And that's destroyed. So now I need to figure out where the hell this guy went. So we'll go talk to one of his guards and see if they can give us at least a general direction that we should be heading. Oh wow, there's a lot of people here. Right, you sir. Do you happen to know where your lord is? Okay. Got it. We'll have to see where that is. I'm not familiar with that place. So, let's see. Where is that? Okay, right here. And he was headed to... Not there. Oh, he's headed back here. Right. I can't believe I didn't notice that. So he's basically right here headed this way. Let's see if we can meet him halfway. And here he is. So let's go ahead and have a chat with him. We'll see if we can't boost our relations with him a bit more. And we already know that he's upset with his king, so it shouldn't take us much to, you know, take advantage of that. But we don't want to push things too early. I don't see why not. We'll go ahead and do that. The problem is, where is that place? It could be pretty far away. And with my luck, it will be. Yeah, it is. Okay, well, we're going to head on out there. Oh, weekly budget's in, and we made almost 10,000 gold. Not bad at all. You know what? We should probably take care of our investments first, shouldn't we? I can do that off camera. Because that's going to take a lot of traveling. So let's head out here. I'll cut here and we'll come back, deal with that lawless villain, and then see about maybe running around and buying some more farmland. Alright, we made it. So let's head inside and see what's going on here. Alright, so it's dawn. I think that's early enough. Let's head back into the village and we'll take a look and see if he's there. If there's villagers walking around, he should have spawned in. But I'm not seeing a whole lot of villagers here. So it's possible that he didn't. Okay, there are some villagers. In that case, he should be here somewhere. This is not my favorite. Oh, that might have been... No, cows. This is not my favorite quest, because I have run into several instances in mods where the mod maker didn't really set up the map correctly, and so the character didn't show up. But here he is. So let's go have a chat with him. Blah blah blah. We just need your head. Oh man, that didn't take long. Okay. So there we are. Let's head back to turn that in. We'll get a little bit more relation bonus with Elderman Buka, and then we can go make some investments. Alright, so we're here, but the Elderman is not, so we're gonna have to run around a bit and find him. Unfortunately, generally he's patrolling between his castle and his village, but he doesn't seem to be there. So we might have to go talk to his guards again and see if they know where he is. Alright guys, where is he this time? Okay, I don't know where that is. Let's take a look. Is that nearby? Oh wow, why is he all the way up there? I wonder if they're having a feast or something up there. Either way, we've completed the quest. So there's no real time limit for us to turn this in now. Once we've done the actual task, the timer stops. So we can sort of turn it in whenever, meaning that we can just sort of deal with it whenever we see him next. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head to my villages here and start maybe upgrading them. We'll take a look and see at what we've already got and what we could use. While we're here, we'll grab some recruits. And we have a mill and a watchtower here. So we could build a mead hall. What's that going to do for me? Pay your troops half wages while you rest. I don't typically rest in my villages, though. Yeah, that's not really going to help me. A school is going to do what? Increase the loyalty of the villagers by +1 every month. Okay, that's not a bad idea. Messenger post will, of course, let me know whenever enemies are nearby. Could be useful, and that one's fairly inexpensive. Also, this is in a pretty strategic location for something like that. It's the furthest east our kingdom goes. So, until, you know, he joins our kingdom, and even if he does, this is still, you know, strategically relevant, because they'll have to go past here in order to enter our kingdom. And so I think a, you know, any sort of defenses or early warning system is going to be important here. So we'll do that messenger post, because it is fairly inexpensive. Alright, and then let's head to our other village and see what's going on there. There's a fight happening between traders and some Danes. I wouldn't mind jumping in on that. Although, why the Kingdom of Gwynedd Lord is here helping them, I don't know. That is interesting. He shouldn't be in my kingdom. So go ahead and give me that. Wait, that's not the right one. It doesn't matter, but I'm trying not to get my stuff mixed up here. So do that and that. There we go. And is it worth jumping in on this? No, it's already over. Right, we'll just get back to our business. So let's see, what do we currently have here? Just a mill. So let's see. A watchtower is going to do what? Takes 50% longer for enemies to loot it. That seems like a good investment. I'm going to go ahead and do that. It didn't offer me to recruit from here. So I'm going to take a look at that. Let's see. I can raise levies, but that's different. I don't want to do that unless I'm absolutely desperate. Do they not like me or something? Is that... They're indifferent. That could be why. So we'll meet the leader. We'll see if they've got any tasks for us. Hopefully it's not wrangling cattle like it typically is. Yeah, of course. Just a few head of cattle. How many do you need? 2? Fine. Alright, I guess we're cattle wrangling, but that did fix the problem. You can see that we can recruit now, so we'll recruit while we're here, and then I guess we're gonna head back to here? Is that the closest? Because that's a castle. I think they're roughly the same distance. Let's go here then, because we haven't recruited from here yet. At least we can make this a somewhat productive trip. Alright, so we're going to recruit 5 more volunteers. And I want to buy some cattle. 1, 2. And hopefully they follow. And I don't have to literally herd them. Apparently I have to herd them. Maybe I just need to talk to them and say like, hey, follow me. Lead them onward. Do they stick with me? They do. Okay, good. 5.9. We're never going to catch them, but I'll sort of pursue them. Oh, I actually could have gotten them. Oh well. They're not really a threat to anything but my villagers. Hey man, I got your cattle. Did they not register? Maybe I need to walk through it. Get the cattle to like walk into it. There it is. Okay, so that's done. They like me a little bit more. I'm not going to bother heading all the way west to recruit. I would rather head to my lands up here and see what sorts of investments we can make up there. Alright, so Elder Mabuka is apparently in the area here somewhere. It said that these lords were accompanying him, so he should be... Yeah, there he is. Right there. We're going to go ahead and talk to him, and we'll turn in that quest. Oh, right. We're not enemies. It's just... They would... If I attacked him, they would join his side. I'm going to refuse the money and gain the reputation instead. That's also going to give me a bigger relationship boost with him. I'm going to see if we're technically in private right now. Okay, he's not, so... we can ask him for another task. He wants me to go to Vebjorg in Denmark. That's not going to happen. Luckily, I don't lose any relation for declining those. But we'll have to check back in and see if we can get anything else from him. But we're getting there. 25 is pretty good. If we can get to 40, I think we can land him. No problem. So let's get back up to Cardiff and see what we can do. Alright, so we're in Cardiff, where I have just stocked up on quite a bit of food. And we are going to talk to the Guildmaster now and see if we can't, you know, maybe make some more money by investing in land here. I'm going to grab some recruits as well. That's 11's not bad. What else can we build here, by the way? Prison Tower, Christian Church, Merchant's Rest Hall. How much is that going to cost me? Huh. It's going to increase prosperity, which is not a bad idea. We'll have to think about that. That's kind of a big investment, though. Almost 5,000. So, let's see. Do I have to literally find the guy? Because that's going to be such a pain. Okay, so here's the mayor. Let's have a chat with him. I would like to buy a farmstead. And if I remember right, the brewery was the most lucrative one here. So, for 14,000... gold, we would be making about 1,600 a week. Let's see if things have changed and maybe another one is going to be more profitable for us. So the bakery, 7,000 for 200 in profit. Not great. The foundry, 1,750 for 516. So that's more up front than the brewery for less of a profit. Not really a great idea. The weavery is 1,600 for 1,650, so that's a little bit more for the same profit. And then what is this one? 18,000 for 100 a week. Not great. So I think the brewery is the obvious choice here. So we'll go ahead and do that. And how much does that leave me with? About 30,000, which isn't bad. So I could invest 5 here in making it a little bit more prosperous, and then maybe head to our new city and see about some land there. I think that's a good idea. So let's go ahead and build that Merchant's Rest Hall. So it's going to take 21 days, 3 weeks, before we see anything out of this. Maybe we should wait until our engineering's higher. Because that's a long time. 21 days is... We're only probably day 55 at this point. So that's really looking, you know, down the road. I'm going to save the money for now. Because by buying land in our other city, we can make a more immediate profit. So let's go ahead and head over there. We can also build mills in these villages. Got some level ups happening there as well. There's a fight here. I'm going to help these guys out, actually. Because they are... Oh, did they win? They must have won. Okay, well, I guess I don't need to then. Oh no, they decided to flee. Got it. I probably won't catch them, but we can try. 4.6. How are we doing? 4. Yeah, we're never going to catch them. No point trying. Someone else will get them, I'm sure. Ah, good. One of my lords is running them down. Nice to see them doing their jobs. My lord, we captured a murderer. This is the man who attacked one of our messengers. who is currently lying seriously injured in bed. This doesn't show us in good light, for the messenger was under your protection. However, the attacker has an interesting story. Before he wishes to talk, and he wishes to talk to you before his execution. The prisoner's story. My lord, I would have never thought of attacking your messenger, but that man wished to sleep with my young daughter at night, and this offer was refused. However, he did not accept our answer, entered my house with 3 friends, and raped my dear daughter, laughingly telling me all the while that you would never believe the word of a commoner. A father must protect his only child. Let's see. Yeah, I order him to be hanged. No one should take advantage of their position. Yeah, well, our men shouldn't be dickheads. So, I'm cool with that decision. Anyway, right, let's head into town here. And let's see about some recruits first of all. And then we will try to find the mayor and buy some land here as well. Okay, I found him at last. So we'll have a chat with him and let's see what the most profitable source of income is going to be here. So 236 for the what is it? I already forgot. The bakery, right? Not very profitable. It looks like the brewery's not too bad at 575, but we'll see what the others are first. The foundry is going to be less still, so not worth it. The weavery, 713. That is better, but it's going to be an extra 1500 up front. I'm going to go ahead and do it just to diversify. I don't want to build a brewery in every single city. So yeah, let's go ahead and build a weavery here. And that's going to be pretty much all I can afford. So we're going to leave it at that, because that leaves me with 13,000, which is not too bad. And I think that's going to be it for today's episode. Obviously a slower episode, but we did have some stuff we needed to take care of, you know, between wars. And we should be seeing a lot more money coming in the near future. It's going to be, a week before we... Or actually, I think it's 10 days in this version of the game, but... either way, once these investments are done being built, we're going to start having money just flowing in. And we're obviously going to capture more stuff as well, which is going to continue to pay us. So we could be very, very rich in not too long and build quite the wealthy empire. Anywho, thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great time playing some Viking Conquest with you, and I look forward to seeing you guys back here for the next episode.